So Omar is here to talk about causes of overpopulation.
Overpopulation is the excessive population of an area to the point of overcrowding, depletion of natural resources, or environmental deterioration. In other words, there are more people than there are available resources. Causes of overpopulation are decline in death rate, less people are dying and more births occur, better medical facilities. Medical facilities have advanced severely since the 20th century. This results in more people living. Lack of family planning. Families are having too many kids to help them out around the house, farm, or feed their cousins or a random relative. Lack of education. This causes people to not know how overpopulation affects the world. Then they don't overcome or avoid it in any way. A lot of people should be aware of this cause, and people should take serious action.
Thank you, Omar. Okay, the next guest is Yusuf. He'll be talking about how to measure population.
There are many ways to measure population, such as arithmetic population density and physiological population density. The arithmetic population density is measured by a country's population divided by its total land area. And the physiological population density is measured by the country's population divided by its arable land. And arable land is the land suitable for farming. And as you can see here, this is Angola, which is a developing country, and we can determine that because here we can see that they have many babies, which will eventually become older, which will not be nice because they have many old people, and they can't help too many old people. And they also don't have many the middle-aged people, so there's no one working. But now we will see Germany, which is a developed country, and here they have a small, not a really big number of kids, but they have a big middle-aged people, which will help because there's a lot of people working, and that will help the economy. And also there isn't a lot of old people, which will help the dependency ratio, which is if there's too many old people, there have to be many young people to work and help the old people.
Next we have Farha for why is overpopulation a threat?
Overpopulation is a threat to all countries because many countries won't have enough money to support the people living there. Also, many countries won't have enough territories for people to live on, and it will be so much crowded. Diseases will spread way quicker because living conditions are so crowded. Also, not everyone will be able to be employed in jobs because there are too many people living there and not enough jobs. Many people will lack food because farms won't have territory to farm on. Already 1 billion people go to bed hungry, and so if more people started being born, more people will be hungry. Also, health resources will not be provided as much, and many people won't be able to cure their diseases so quickly. So I believe overpopulation should be an important issue to take care of.
Okay, now we have Ibrahim for population projections. Okay, now we have Ibrahim for population projections.
Alright, so population projections. According to National Geographic, the estimated population for 2050 is 9.6 billion. They also believe that in 2100, the population will reach 10.9 billion. This is worrying because with a rapidly increasing population such as this, the Earth will not have enough resources for all living organisms. Alright, so population projection estimates. This graph is an estimate of some UN organizations and their estimates for their world population in the coming years.
They are correct as of 2015, but then all the estimates are different. So here we see how it's going through the years. From 2000 it's here and then it goes higher, and this is all the estimates. This, if we get a hold of ourselves and start controlling the population, it's gonna start going down and it's gonna be pretty good. And if we keep this, it's gonna go slightly higher, and also that would be good as well. So in between the green and yellow, that would be quite good. But if we stay with the same boom that we are in now, it's gonna go off the chart totally soon.
Welcome back everyone, my name is Adam, replacing Hamza, and here we have Shahir to talk about the effects of overpopulation.
Thank you, Adam. There are many effects of overpopulation. One of the biggest effects of overpopulation is the food. We have already around 1 billion people every day go to bed without enough food in their stomachs, and we're constantly growing as the human population. We add around 220,000 people per day. It's estimated that we'll have another 1 billion people within the next 12 years. So the more we grow, the more the population will also grow. Also, the food shortages will also grow bigger as our population grows bigger. Many people, around 1 billion people, also go home without enough water. They don't have enough water for sanitation, consumption, and even to use on agriculture. If we don't have enough water for agriculture, we won't have enough food to provide for the people, which will cause malnutrition. Our air quality is also becoming poorer and poorer because of the amount of oil and fuel modern day cars use and the amount of people that own cars. Our ozone layer is also being damaged because of the factories that pollute the air. They cause chemicals that cause the ozone layer to break. The ozone layer, if you don't know what it is the layer that protects us from the sun's harmful UV lights. And a lot of conflicts have also started because of resources. One country doesn't have enough resources, so well, it's not really a country, it's like one side doesn't have enough resources, so they attack the other one for resources. Thank you.
I got the slide when you need it.
And stay there.
This is the
Nile Delta.
ماشي. I'll tell you
The Nile Delta here.
Then when she points to something, you go like this.
This is the Nile Delta. So you can see everybody lives right here. Okay,
Brain cells. Can I do this?
هيك يا ابني.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, I'll take the
Hamza, you can go.
I can take it. You go. انت عامل فلاش اشرب.
Now we have Tia talking about Egypt's population situation.
Egypt has the largest Arabic-speaking population in the world. Egypt has a huge population. Its population is 91 million people. Egypt is the 15th most populated country in the world. 99% of Egypt's population lives on only 5.5% of the land. This is because most Egypt's population live next to the Nile River. And here's an example that shows millions of people living next to the Nile River. The fertility rate. Fertility rate is the average woman a baby gets in her lifetime. Egypt's fertility rate is 2.81 births per woman. Life expectancy. The average period that a person may expect to live. Egypt's life expectancy is 72 years. This is really close to the world's average. Egypt's poverty rate is 26%, which is really bad. That something we need to decrease in Egypt. Over the past decade, the population of Egypt has expanded by 15 million and is estimated to reach 130 million within the next 50 years. Thank you.
Now we have Hassan Fatiha here to talk about ways to reduce population.
Okay, well, we are fortunately improving. The factors that lead to population reduction are split into two sections. One of them is towards the woman.
women are currently having a higher education background, and the increase of late marriage, and the woman reproduction age is becoming older. They're getting children later on in their lives. And the second part is family. And then as a family, you need two major things. So you can like have less kids. Is family planning. You need to plan ahead with your family. Currently we don't need as much children, so we can go and farm. We can only be happy with 2 children. And also, parents choosing to have less children. It's a choice they make. They don't need more children. And then also there's a last section, and this is the ways for the government to address overpopulation. Well, government can help with many things. First thing is medical facilities. Second thing is legislative actions. They need to put laws to lessen it. They can't just address the problem and then that's it. Also, they need to spread the awareness of overpopulation. Most of people in Egypt here do not know what's going on around the world. Also, women empowerment. Women need to be educated and know what's going on. They do a huge role. And the last thing is provide access to safe contraceptives for both sexes, which is extremely needed because most people in Egypt here do not know about the existence of these things, which is extremely important. Thank you.
Next, we have a special Powtoon report from Pakistan.
Using Powtoon.
And we have a special Prezi report from New York.
And now we have Zorain here to talk about how can we reverse overpopulation.
As you know, our population is increasing rapidly. However, our Earth is not growing, so we have to reverse overpopulation. Lucky for you, I have some ways to stop it. We could put like a limit on number of children per family, like China is doing. It's pretty successful. Other way is to stop gender discrimination. Like, woman has to have the right to say what she wants. Men don't have the right to say whatever they want. Okay? And the best way for me is to provide universal access to birth control, like pills, condoms, etc. Okay. Next, you know the two most populous countries in the world are China and India. China has a way to, the same way I said, that providing one children per family, and it's pretty successful. India, it's getting there. I think for the best way to stop overpopulation in India is to educate them.